Greetings YouTube, and welcome to another Minecraft Let's Play in Le.Monde.Du.VAPEUR with me, Vitaly Vapour. Thanks for joining me again. As you can see, we're still inside the cave system on top of the mountain we found last time, and we were considering making this our base. So off camera I started to do some mining and a bit more exploration of this mountain. Oh, there's a skeleton over there, so I'm just going to have a quick bite to eat and try and take him out while he's been weakened by the daylight. Fantastic. Yes, so I had looked at flattening out the top of this mountain, and I talked about in the last episode maybe looking at building a log cabin up here. So I did some resource mining and some resource gathering, and I found that this entire mountainside, this one here right at the edge of the map, is completely riddled with caves. It's a very intricate system of caves, lots of dark areas, lots of mobs. I actually got taken out by a creeper, and then I found, as I tried to light this cave up, I say all through this entire side here, I thought this would make a nice entrance into this cave. This would be a really cool entrance into here. And so I started to light this all up, and then I discovered, you've probably just caught a glimpse of it, this spawner right here. There was nothing too interesting in the chest, couple of records, a couple of buckets and some bread, but it is a zombie spawner, as we can see. I've got it really lit up here to prevent the mobs from continuously spawning. And my plan now is to convert this entire mountainside, oh, and there's all those mobs that we've been talking about, is to convert this entire, please don't set me on fire, is to convert this entire mountainside into a iron farm, because that will save a lot of hassle with transporting any villagers that we may find. Oh, okay, looks like I'm about to get set upon by a baby zombie. Yep. I haven't battled too many of these. I find them, their move speed and the way they dart around extremely erratic. So hopefully he's nope, he's coming for me. Oh, I didn't realise he didn't burn in the daylight. Oh, crikey. Yep, let's keep him back. Oh, yeah, I find the way they move really erratic and quite disconcerting actually. So to go back to what the task this episode is going to be now, I think I'm going to look at exploring more of this map and see if we can find a more central location. I think I got a bit carried away in the last episode. As I've said before, I'm looking to build mountain reclaimed steampunk structures is normally how I approach my survival builds, and I love finding these really huge mountain systems, and I think I got excited after starting out on the Mushroom Island at finding a mountain and with a large flat area on top. But I'm looking at it off camera when I was gathering some resources, and I thought it's not really a mountain, it's probably just a large hill. So I think I should probably explore the map a bit more, and my hope would be that in the very center of this map, of this classic world, is that there is a large mountain system maybe in the middle that we could utilize as a base. So I'm going to keep exploring these mountains, and the goal of this episode is again to explore more of the map. I'm sorry if this is getting a bit boring 3 episodes in, but I will promise you this, on the next episode I will actually commit to starting a build. So hopefully we find this large, I'm having some difficulty getting up this mountain, and it's not particularly mountainous again, no snow on top. Oh, but those are pumpkins which I will need for my builds. I quite like the pumpkins in this texture pack. They're obviously based on divers helmets, but I think by the time you have them lit up etc and placed into a wall, they look like sort of very industrial style light fixing, so that is a good find. But yeah, this mountain's not particularly mountainous. We can see a jungle over there in the distance, and there's this large dark oak roofed forest. I've been wanting to find one of these also. I have this idea of going right into the middle of one of these dark oak roof forests and creating a huge clearing in the middle, and then setting up like a lumber yard. So maybe something that looks like a sawmill with all like steampunk powered saws cutting up trees and cranes, etc. And then under the ground setting up a redstone farm for the for tree farming, and maybe look at trapping a wither and doing some wither wood farming, which I've never done before. I've never even battled a wither, which is going to be another first for me in this survival let's play series. So that should be quite interesting. But then I have this crazy notion of setting up a redstone tree farm for all the different types of wood and having them gathered or having the blocks broken up by a wither. So there in the distance is the mountain system that I thought would be my one. Oh, I can feel my OCD kicking in. I just spotted a floating block over there. I may have to go back and take that out, but it's quite exciting to see that just beyond this roofed forest there appears to be a jungle in the top corner. So that's a good find, because jungles are becoming quite rare in classic worlds at the moment on console. So that will be useful to us. It's always good to have as many options available to us as possible. So yeah, I'm going to have to take out that floating block, guys. I'm really sorry. I do have a tad of OCD when it comes to these. I don't know what it is about those. Some people like them, but unless they generate as like a full floating island, to me they're just annoying, because it's almost like a glitch to me that just one block spawns floating up in the air. So let's gather up some of this dark oak and hopefully get enough saplings. So if we find a central base location, I'm going to have to set up some very standard farms. So it's good that we've got the pumpkins. We can make those into pumpkin seeds and set up a standard pumpkin farm. We've got a couple of wheat seeds on us from that terrible battle with the baby zombie. So hopefully if we get a few saplings from this dark oak, we can take that with us as well. And then it shouldn't be too difficult to pop over to that jungle in the top corner, gather some jungle saplings, and then obviously there's an abundance of spruce and oak lying around, so that's not too much of a worry. So then it'd just be hopefully finding a savanna biome to get some Arcadia wood and to get some spruce trees as well, because I think growing giant spruce trees, which are now available in console edition, will be the quickest way of gathering up wood. Now the sun is going down and I appear to be still mining away this tree because I can't leave it behind, but I think I am going to have to make a break for it. It's getting rather dark. I just can't leave any resources behind, but my axe is broken. Right, I'm without an axe. I am not about to stand here and try and punch away those last few wood blocks. Let's just pick a direction and run for, well, there appears to be a mountainous hill straight through this forest, but it is getting rather dark. Apologies if this is a bit difficult to see, but I don't really want to dawdle and start placing down lots of torches, because I will probably get taken out otherwise. So let's go. Let's try and swim across here. Is this going to be suitable to climb up? Hopefully. Not too bad for traversal here, but it's getting very, very dark. So I'm going to have to break a block. We're going to have to rush, I think. I'm not really very good at mountain climbing, I promise, but this is some pretty abysmal skills. I'm definitely panicking because of how dark this is. Hopefully there's no mobs up here. Okay, take you out. There we go. I'm very cautious because I'm playing on normal, which, as I say, is something I don't normally do. Oh, he got the slip on me there. Crikey. Okay. Oh, lost interest. I'll take advantage of that. Oh, there we go. Right. Now this actually looks quite promising to me as a build, because there appears to be some snow at the top. Let's get some torches down so we don't get too many mobs spawning. There's some water up here, so I can set up a basic wheat farm. That's good. That's where that zombie spawned out of. Let's put some torches high up as well. Try and cast some light out for for a bit of distance here. There we go. We can actually see what we're looking at. So it's got a nice plateau. It's got a nice flat area here, fairly high up, and it's quite close to a number of different forests. There was some birch and oak down the bottom. There was some spruce close by, and obviously there's the jungle biome in the distance. I quite like this large flat elevation here. Oh great, now it's starting to rain, so as if we didn't need any more of an incentive to seek shelter for the night, now we're actually going to get drenched. So I quite like this flat surface here on the side of the mountain. Hopefully this mountain's big enough, because we seem to be more or less... another tool's broken. We've not got much luck at the moment with our tools. I seem to have set out today with a set of tools that are all on their last legs. So if we just carve our way into the side of this mountain, and say this is how I normally start a lot of my steampunk survival builds. I normally look at carving my way into a mountain and then having like elements of a steampunk build sticking out. So if we just quickly create ourselves a nice little nook in here. The good thing with mining extreme hills biomes like this high up, they don't tend to be full of caves, so you can create these huge structures without worrying about your bedroom or your storage room being surrounded by dark caves where mobs are going to spawn, or lots of cave systems that you're going to have to light up. They normally are fairly solid until you get down towards ground level. So if we chuck down a bed, and probably should chuck down a torch so we're not woken up in the night. A couple of torches, feeling cautious. Let's see if that will enable us to sleep through the night. No. Let's try again. I think I may have jolted the controller there by accident, and that's daytime. Fantastic. Fantastic. So I think this would be a good place actually to maybe look at setting up a sort of central storage room. So that could be an interesting first build, I think. If we can get some materials together, we could look at carving a massive hall into this mountainside. Let's just check how tall it is and what the view's like from the top. See, when I'm not panicking, my mountaineering is a lot better than it was maybe last night, but this looks like I'm stuck. Yep, definitely gonna have to break away one block. There we go. And a single block of gravel. I thought that was a cave system then. Thought it was gonna have the same problem as the last mountain, but no. So we can see a spruce forest ahead, so a normal taiga jungle biome just off to the side. There's the mountain where we tried to set up before. It's a large flat mountain there just to the south of us, and then it leads down to that mushroom biome where we spent our first night. That's just to the southeast. Let's say it looks like we've got a large extensive jungle over there, and then over to the east here where we came from, there is a taiga biome again, and that's the hill system where the spawner was found and where I'm thinking of setting up an iron farm. So this looks to be pretty central, so I think I will say in the next episode we will look to build a storage room in here. Now it will eventually be a redstone storage system, but I've not done a lot of mining yet, so I haven't got much iron. I've hardly got any redstone. I think I found one piece in that dungeon, in the zombie spawner dungeon, so I do need to establish a mine. But in the meantime, if I gather up a lot of resources when I'm next off camera, lots and lots of wood, and start looking at hollowing out that mountain side for that extreme biome that is in the center of the map, we could look at setting out the storage room, at least placing down all the chests, and we can at least have somewhere for items to be stored. And then when we've gathered up some redstone and all the comparators and repeaters that I'll need to make a dropper fed item sorting system, we can look to establish that also. So I think if we continue to make our way... is that clay? No, it's all sand under here. Sorry to get distracted there. I'll abandon my my grand visions of finding a ton of clay and beginning a brick based build. So I think I'm going to try and get to the edge of the map now so that we've at least achieved something this episode. So we've talked about the iron farm we can make, and we found a dark oak forest, and I've talked about the idea of building a wither based tree farm below it. I think we need to find somewhere to establish a mine. We've got a nice plains biome here leading into another extreme hill right on the edge of the jungle, so we can at least gather. What was that? Did you see that? Ah, here we go. So we've got a deep ravine system here that probably goes down quite well. We've got a bat trying to escape. Let's just have a look down. Yep, that goes down a nice long way. Got some lava, got some water, got some mobs in there as always, but that's a ravine below quite a flat extreme hills biome. Oh, lots of cave systems that probably lead down to there, probably. Yes, that looks like it would lead down. We've got the same bat there, hurriedly flying around down there. Another deep cave system there by the looks of things. So this could be an interesting mine set up directly below the this mountain here. So let's just climb up this mountain. It's got the nice flat sides that, as I say, quite often influence my steampunk survival world builds. So I can carve maybe a system of like mining huts and maybe go for sort of Laputa castle in the sky mining town kind of look. And this is a proper extreme hills biome that goes all the way up to snow height and has a forest in the middle of a crater in it. That's interesting. Oh, I wonder. Right, I'm going to look at the coordinates, and then when I'm off camera I'm going to check to see if there is a slime chunk there, because that would be an absolute dream. I think it'd be quite good to have a slime farm. For those of you who've never built a slime farm before, I've built many of these before, where you literally hollow out a chunk or two, or on my last survival build I actually hollowed out 4, all the way from ground height with the sky above you all the way down to bedrock, so that you can control the spawns in those chunks to just be slimes. And what is that in the distance? That's either the start of an extremely small village right at the world's edge here on this classic world. No, it looks like it's just a blacksmith, but who knows what we may find. So it's just, yeah, it's just the blacksmith. But oh, there's the edge of a flower forest or flower plain. So with some bone meal we can get all the tulips that we need. And we've obviously got the completely useless village well. Fantastic. And there's the blacksmith. So let's see what his trades are. So emeralds for coal and unbreaking iron shovel for emeralds. Not what I was hoping for. I think I would have been far more excited if there was like diamond tools offered as trades, but there only is level 1. So let's have a look in the chest. Diamonds, 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 iron. Okay, so iron sword, iron pickaxe, some bread, and another iron pickaxe. So not the greatest haul anyone's ever gained from a blacksmith chest, but free tools are free tools, I suppose. So yeah, we are right at the edge of this classic world, so at the edge of my world here. But we may have, I think I may have found my mining area. So I'm going to check off camera to see if these coordinates contain a slime chunk, because I think it'd be a good thing to have the mine and a slime farm chunk close together, because both of them involve a lot of excavation. Actually, one of the early things I did in my last survival world was build a slime farm into 4 slime chunks that were on the map, because you gain so many resources, guys, in survival building a slime farm. It's crazy. You'll have cobblestone, dirt, gravel, coal, redstone. If you find one that's in an extreme hills biome, you'll probably have a handful of emeralds, a fair amount of diamonds, tons of redstone, tons of iron, and yeah, just all the resources you need. Because when you wipe out a whole chunk from sky to bedrock, you inevitably find so many resources. So this could be a good one to check out, because with that ravine there as well, I just think this is a fantastic mining location. It's right at the edge of the world, so it's out of the way, because obviously the mine could be a little bit ugly as we destroy large segments of the map, all in the name of resource hunting. Thanks for joining me for this episode. As I say, I will do a lot of resource gathering off camera, guys. I promise that I will build something next episode, and it will be the central storage room right in the center of the map, just over there in the distance. So we will gather up all that wood and look at building into that mountainside there, all in the aim of building a storage system. At least this episode to me wasn't wasted. We found the potential mining area, we found the blacksmith, and we've explored all the way to the edge of the map and found a jungle. So until next time, guys, I hope you'll join me then for my first build. Goodbye until then. Bye!